What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another deck profile by Minato Namikaze. It has been a interesting week trying to get this video not only set up but recorded for y'all. So I want to make sure that y'all know that I am doing this deck profile right after we just had a fair, so I didn't have time to record and upload this. That and I was working all week, so first off, we run a triple chronograph sorcerer. To run with your chronograph sorcerer, by the way, this is the Zark build that I've been running recently, is the Time Gazer Magician. So, because the easiest way is to just use up the normal summon for Time Gazer, if you have a chronograph, it makes life so easy, because then you can go straight into the Heavy Metamorphose Electromite, and that's a really good card. We run 2 Dark Worm and 1 Gate Infinity. Another really solid engine for this deck is the Dark Worm engine. We also run the 2 Noble Mage Magicians. I was planning on running 3 tuners, and this ended up taking the place of Performant Pal Synchron. We run the triple Arc Pendulum. Due to the fact that this deck requires, for us to go into Zark, a Odd Eyes or some sort of Pendulum Dragon, this was one of the options I decided on, that and it being a high scale, which this deck actually kind of suffers from not having enough of those. The Odd Eyes Pendulum to search out the Arc Pendulum, or use for Zark. We run the White Wing and Purple Poison. White Wing is a good tuner. Purple Poison is another really good card as well. Purple Poison is just really good in any situation. We're running the 1 Performant Pal Odd Eyes Dissolver for an extra fusion option. And we run Performant Pal Smile Sorcerer as a searching method for a specific card that we run in the deck. The Dark Magician I run at 1, and you will see why I run him in a little bit. So, next up, Triple Duelist Alliance, good for searching out pendulum cards like Pendulum Call and just pendulum monsters in general. The Odd Eyes Fusion, running this over Polymerization because it is actually better to run this, surprisingly. Sky Iris, I run at 2. You can run 3, just sacrifice some of your other cards. Spiral Flame Strikes, these are literally just to search out Arc and Pendulum. Smile Universe, another card I run at 2. It's okay. It gives you a second Pendulum summon during your turn, at the cost of your opponent gaining life points equal to your Pendulum summons. Double Dragon Shrine, really good for being in the first hand. Getting Dark Worm to the grave also is a really good target for it, because you want Dark Worm in the grave for Zark. Pendulum Call, this is one of the cards that we can search off of Duelist Alliance, and Pendulum Call searches out not 1, but 2 of our Magicians, because this deck is very Magician heavy. Soul Pendulum, another card that we can search off of the Duelist Alliance, and is a really good one-of in this deck. For spot removal, we run the Raigeki. Honestly, if you're not running Raigeki at this point, it's so easy to get your hands on. Definitely get your hands on one of these, or a few if you don't pull the Raigeki, because it's a really good staple, and being able to get it easy is really, really nice. Final card in the deck is Terraforming. Obviously, being able to search out your field spell is really nice. For the extra deck, we run the Supreme King Zark at 2. He is the main focus of this deck, main boss monster of this deck, and there's multiple ways to get to him, so that's why we run 2. Odd Eyes Venom. Obviously, you have to run the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. The Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. This card is able to protect spell traps. It basically makes sure that we have our Pendulum Zone set up. Vortex. If you want to run 2 Vortex, take Dark Magician and Magician Knight out of the deck. Extra deck, and you're perfectly fine. Stardust Dragon, Clearwing, and Crystal Wing are all in this deck as well. Stardust for protection, negation, and a little bit more to negation never hurt anyone. For the XYZ lineup, we run both versions of Dark Rebellion, Supreme King Dark Rebellion, number 11 Big Eye, Vortex, or Fake Vortex, Baby Vortex in a way. And for the Pendulum, for the links, I do run the Heavy Metal Foes Electromite and the Boral Load. I have found that Zephyr Metaltron ends up breaking in this particular build. However, Zephyr Metaltron does work better for other decks, other Pendulum deck styles. And surprisingly, I also have a additional side deck for you. This is what I use with this in particular build. I run the 2 Sphere Mode and the 1 Raw. Mainly just a Mind Games package, because no one expects you to play Sphere Mode on your side of the field, and no one expects you to have Raw in your deck. Battle Fader, and 2 Effect Veilers. Really, really good side deck cards. Anytime you have hand traps, they're really good for side deck. Odd Eyes Persona, at 2, and Odd Eyes Phantom at 2. Just alternate options to run in the deck that essentially make this 2 separate decks. Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician, Foolish Burial, and Return of the Dragon Lords at 2, mainly for targeting. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Come like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and as always, peace out. Oh, and I will be taking care of the giveaway here soon. I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. I'll be talking about that in the next video I do. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.